And it's May 8th, I believe. Yeah, I hope so. And one short verse I'll read from John chapter 6:51. I am the living bread that came down from heaven, saith the Lord. Whoever eats this bread will live forever. Chapter 6 in John. This is big teaching on the bread of life. Here's just an excerpt from this. I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will live forever. You know, there's some Catholic saints who survive for years on nothing but on the Eucharist. Now, those who receive Eucharist, it's a small host. It's how can that sustain somebody? Maybe, not just for days, but weeks, months, even years. Martha Robin, she's venerable, not just a saint. She fasted from all food and drink except the Eucharist from 1930 to her death in 1981. Doesn't seem possible, but this I read. That's 50 years. That's starvation, but she did. And the Brazilian servant of God, Felipe Deneias de Jesus, lived for 60 years feeding with the Eucharist, only on the Eucharist. Blessed Alexandrina da Costa, 1904, she died in 55, an example of extraordinary love for the Eucharistic Jesus. She subsisted solely on Holy Communion for the last 13 years of her life, sharing Jesus' passion and being a victim soul for salvation. Now, I don't recommend, all right, that you live just on the Eucharist. They had a special gift from God, a special privilege, I guess. But amazing, huh? How God reminds us that He is truly living bread for these people, totally. But our bread, He means to live forever, not so much here on earth, but we will live with God for eternity. He loved us so much that He wanted to be with us forever. So He gives us His very self. What a privilege, what a blessing. Let's be mindful of it. Let's not be complacent when we come to Mass. God bless you.